Alright, let's dive into something that's got me absolutely fascinated lately. Imagine this, a bone, millions of years old, buried deep in the red sands of Central Australia. Not just any bone, though, a femur from a creature called the territory Thylacine, a distant cousin of the famous Tasmanian tiger. What makes this really interesting is that this isn't your average fossil find. It's the first intact femur of this species ever discovered, and it's flipping some of our assumptions about these ancient predators on their head. Personally, I think this discovery is a game changer, not just for paleontologists but for anyone curious about the weird and wonderful creatures that once roamed our planet. Here's the thing, Central Australia today is this vast, dry desert, but millions of years ago, it was a completely different world. Picture lush rivers, wetlands, and giant flightless birds strutting around. Crocodiles, flamingos. It was like Australia's own prehistoric paradise. And in the middle of all this was Thylacinus potens, the territory tiger. What many people don't realize is that this thylacine wasn't just a bigger version of its Tasmanian cousin. It was a unique predator, adapted to a world that no longer exists. And this femur? It's like a time capsule, giving us a glimpse into what these creatures were really like. Now, let's talk about the guy who found it, Dr. Adam Yates, a senior curator at the Museum and Art Gallery of the Northern Territory. Every 2 years, he and his team head out to the Alcoota fossil beds, about 150 kilometers northeast of Alice Springs. It's grueling work, hours of brushing away sediment, dirt, and dust, hoping to uncover something extraordinary. And this time, they did. Dr. Yates described the moment he saw the bone's ball joint emerge from the earth. He wasn't even sure what it was at first, but as he kept brushing, he realized this was no ordinary find. What this really suggests is that even in a place as well-studied as Alcoota, there are still secrets waiting to be unearthed. One thing that immediately stands out is the size of this femur. For years, scientists thought the territory thylacine was much bigger than its Tasmanian relative. But this bone tells a different story. It's not particularly large, which raises a deeper question. Were these predators smaller than we thought, or did they just have weird proportions? Dr. Yates thinks the latter. He describes the territory tiger as having a massive head but a relatively small body, kind of like a bull-headed predator. From my perspective, this is huge because it challenges our understanding of how these animals evolved and hunted. And then there's the teeth. The Tasmanian tiger had sharp, slender teeth, perfect for slicing through meat. But the territory thylacine? Its teeth were broader, built for crunching bones and tackling the tougher parts of its prey. This isn't just a cool detail, it tells us something about their diet and behavior. If you take a step back and think about it, this thylacine was probably a scavenger as much as a hunter, cracking into bones to get every last bit of nutrition. It's a reminder that evolution doesn't always favor the sleek and fast. Sometimes, it's about being tough enough to survive on whatever's available. What makes this discovery even more exciting is its broader implications. This femur is the first of its kind in the MAGNT's collection, and it's going to provide scientists with valuable insights into the late Miocene-era. But it also connects to a bigger trend in paleontology. The more we dig, the more we realize how diverse and strange ancient ecosystems were. Personally, I think we're only scratching the surface of what's out there. Every fossil, every bone, is a piece of a puzzle that helps us understand not just the past, but how life on Earth has evolved over millions of years. So, here's my closing thought. This femur isn't just a bone. It's a story of a predator that roamed a lost world, of scientists who dedicate their lives to uncovering the past, and of the incredible diversity of life that once existed. It's a reminder that even in the most remote, seemingly barren places, there are still wonders waiting to be discovered. What do you think? Does this discovery spark your imagination? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts.